So welcome to the Porsche coffee break. So I don't remember if you attended before. Have you been here before?
Not on the coffee break. We had meeting about our Forge application for the So
I remember your name. That's why I'm asking. I believe we met on some other meetings before, but not on this one.
Not on this one, and we have some discussion through the Forge Help platform about application. So that is almost finished. Now it's in the end phase, should be deployed. And there's a problem with Heroku. Because Heroku doesn't support C# or not directly, should be some workaround.
Yeah. No, it does support. You just have to use the build pack, right?
Yeah, something like that. I saw that is not straight away, just upload and use, must be done something. So we will find that workaround, or we will go on another platform that is App Harbor.
Yeah, so let me show you. It's not hard actually. Let me get you something here. May help. Give me a sec. So I wrote this sample a while back on how to run .NET Core in Heroku. Actually, I wrote this as a reminder for myself because I keep having to come back and remember all the steps I have to do. But it's not that tricky. In summary, you have to go to the Heroku settings and add this thing here, build packs. And that's the only thing you have to do, right? There are a few other suggestions that I have on this piece of code here to handle a few things, because I have a Mac as well, and I'm running .NET code, but I use .NET Core, right? So but it does work on Mac. But you just have to take attention to a few of those things. Let me get you something else here. Give me a sec. That would be more helpful actually. So dashboard Heroku. And I'm saying that because Heroku is quite flexible, and I like it personally. Like so this is I have several samples that I run Heroku for testing, but I know this one here is .NET. And if you go to settings, what you have to do is come here on this section, build packs, and add build pack, and do it like this. Add this thing here.
So this is not too much works. Okay, I will try it.
Yeah, let me paste that to the chat window so you can copy that.
Copy it, yeah.
And I believe there is just one more thing that you have to keep in mind, that it looks for a folder, and inside that folder you should have the CS project file, and at the same folder that you have the CS project, you should also have the program.cs. I think that is something like that, which is standard for .NET Core, so it's not a big deal, right? You just have to have your code ready. I believe I described that in here as well, because I remember having some trouble with that. And yeah, just it. I see Viet is also here. Hi, Viet.
Hi, how are you?
Doing well. What about yourself?
Yeah, I'm okay. I'm okay.
Welcome again.
Yeah.
Getting ready for the new year?
Yeah, over here we are in the UK, so not much happening really. because of everything's going on.
Yeah.
Is it
All right.
better in the States?
Yeah, it's a bit better. But actually, I'm spending some time with my family, some outside the US
Yeah.
this Christmas. So just
Oh,
visit some relatives.
that's great.
It's changing a lot, right? So
So where are you flying to?
to Brazil. So I'm originally from Brazil.
Oh
I
yeah,
moved to the US last year,
yeah,
and now just spending some time here.
yeah. I remember I saw your Twitter post about celebrating your first year a few months ago in the US.
Yes, that was July. Yeah,
Yeah, good time. Yeah,
interesting experience.
yeah, of course. At least you, when you go back there, I think you don't have to be in quarantine. For me, because I'm from Vietnam, if I go back now, they put me in the camp for 2 weeks at least.
Yeah, this is varying country by country, right? So each country
Yeah,
have different rules.
yeah.
Yeah, hope you have a good time in with your relatives in the UK.
I hope so. Yeah, I also hope to have a bit more Forge developments going on, but
Mm,
I haven't got to that level yet. You know, still a bit basic.
okay, cool.
Can
So
I actually
do
ask?
you have any
Yeah, it just maybe I can have a quick question.
any
Sorry.
go ahead? What's you have a question?
Oh yeah, sorry, I lost you a bit. It's about the design automation API. You know, when you post the work item and then register for a callback. I can see that when you get a callback, you can get its body and then get some key parameters. But what if I also want to attach my own JSON information to that callback? Because at the moment, I don't think I can. So I just pass additional parameters as URL parameters. And I think that's not ideal. So is there another way?
Yeah, so the on-complete callback, it's triggered by the system after
Yeah.
your code is done, right? So you don't have control over the on-complete, but you can pass custom information inside the progress update at the callback, right? So it's not the last one, but during the process.
Yeah. So I guess I
Do you know
can
how to
maybe
do you know how to do that? The on during the process.
actually no, I haven't tried.
Okay, let me get it for you here. And then,
Yeah. Thank you.
so actually, my colleague Adam, he did a nice trick with that. So actually, the on progress is you can pass custom information inside that, but it's limited, right? So you can pass some information. I believe it's limited, but it's still applicable. So
Yeah.
he explains here in this blog post how to add custom JSON custom attribute inside the on progress.
Oh, I see. So I can maybe cache that for later use.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, that's great. Could you send me that in the chat window?
Yes, of course. Done.
Yeah, thank you.
So what kind of project are you doing with design automation?
Well, I have actually two going on at the moment. One is to audit the Revit models on the cloud, and the second one is to fix families, Revit families from Forge, and then download it back to Revit. Yeah, it's been going on better than before because I have used more than 1,000, not 1,000, sorry, more than 100 cloud credits now. So that's good. Before I spent maybe 6 months without using more than 5 credits. So very different now. Yeah, getting somewhere.
Accelerating. Yeah,
Yeah,
cool.
spending some
Glad.
money. That means getting somewhere.
Yes.
I just found out, you know, because I use the webhook API sometimes. If I fail to return the OK status, it keeps firing a few times.
Yeah,
So I
that's
learned it the hard
expected.
way.
Yeah, that's expected, right? You have to return OK as soon as possible, and then do your processing, right? So if you
Yeah.
have something like, I don't know, are you using .NET on your development, on your web
Yes.
development? Okay.
Yes.
So what I do is I have a queuing system, right? So as soon as I receive the callback, I send that to my queuing system and return OK to the webhook system. And then
Yeah.
later I process the callback, because otherwise I get these duplicated calls.
I see. Do you do that on Azure? Do you host your app on there?
No. Actually, you can use any kind of queuing system that you want. As I'm doing samples most of the time, I don't want to keep my samples running on a specific platform, right? So I use this thing here called Hangfire, which
Yeah.
is an open source library to manage jobs. There are several
Yeah.
out there, right? Azure has a built-in, AWS as well. The
Yeah.
thing about this Hangfire is that it's independent, so I can run that on Heroku, I can run it on Azure, AWS, whatever, right? But it's very simple, but it
Yeah.
does work. So for that purpose.
I see.
So what I
What
do
is
is,
your
yeah, go ahead.
sorry, go on.
You have a
Oh yeah,
question?
inventor.
I'm just taking a sample here to show you how I do it. So as
Yeah.
soon as I receive the callback, you see I do this here, try, and at the end of my try, I enqueue the job, right? You see here, I'm not doing anything. I'm just gathering the data, and then I say, okay, now post a job to my queuing system, and
Yeah.
that job will be processed later, at least a second after now, right?
Mm.
And as this will run instantly, right? I just return okay. Right? So, and I do a try to avoid problems, because regardless how my code will behave, if my code will work or not, I will always return okay.
Yeah.
And my code is taking like nothing, no time at all, and it's just enqueuing the job. And then later on, that thing here, that process will run, and that's a queuing system, right? This background job is the Hangfire library handling my jobs. You can also do something like this if you don't want to have any kind of queuing system. You can just say, oh, system threading test, you start my code later. That will run on a second thread. But the problem is
Yeah.
that you don't have control over it. And this is simple enough, works, and no, it's better than this.
I see. Yeah, I will try that for sure.
Let me send you this code as well.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
also,
thank you.
what is your
Go ahead.
experience with using Azure? Are you using it a lot?
As I said, as I do a lot of samples, I don't actually deploy those samples to Azure or AWS most of the
Oh,
time. I just deploy them on Heroku as a way to demonstrate the sample.
yeah.
But here at Autodesk, we use AWS as our main platform. So most of the Autodesk applications are running on AWS, and that's where I have more experience. I don't work with Azure that much, and
Yeah.
but most of the time I actually work with Heroku, because I do mostly samples and help people debug them.
I see. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you for your question. Good question. Thank you.
I have very specific issue with design automation for plugin and add-in. In add-in, there should be a post-build code for packing or something else. And I'm sure that code is deleted from a project, but this still works. I don't know how, but it still works. There is in output, there is status copying files and zipping, I think like that one, and that's it. If I check it, yes, it is done, but there is no code in post build. Is there something hidden in the files, or?
So let me see if I got this right. You are saying that you have a code that you update the code, but the code is not updating. Is that it?
Yes, I used the standard inventor add-in for making plugins, and in that sample there is a post-build code inside. There is a few lines with the empty.exe and with xcopy and something to zip it. And I know I deleted. Okay, that was by mistake, but I was deleted. But it still works. When I start build my project, you will see in output that line is executed, but I don't know how. Is it something hidden in the configuration of Visual Studio, or do you have some experience with that?
Yeah, so the post build command inside Visual Studio, actually, you can see that as part of the CS project, right? So maybe you deleted, but maybe you have two settings on your Visual Studio. So that can be it. So what I would suggest you to do is that if you go to the .cs project of your plugin, and I'm opening this here on GitHub, but you can open that on Notepad, right?
Yeah.
And if you scroll down, you can see something like this. Post
build the event here is hidden.
Yeah, so it's this one here is not hidden. If I go to the interface, I can see that. What I'm telling you is that, yeah, but if you go there, you can see it, right? And if you don't want that anymore, you can just delete this content here, right? So just open the .cs project, and you should be able to see it.
Yes. Okay, thank you. Because I opened all files except that just missed it. That open it, but I see.
You have to, you have to open that with Notepad or something like that, text editor.
Okay. In that case, I will return it back to be in the post-build editor, part of the project. Good, excellent. There is no more secrets.
You know, I found that if you are in Visual Studio and you unload the project, and when you then click on the project name, you will see the same file as well in Visual Studio.
If you unload and click on the project.
Yeah, so if you are in Visual Studio with the project loaded, and then you unload it, when you then click on the project's name, you will see the same file that Augusto just showed, but in Visual Studio, if that's where you prefer to see it.
Oh, I see. So you can edit that inside Visual Studio.
Yes.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I didn't know that. Interesting.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you for great questions. This is a very interesting week because next week Autodesk will be closed with the holidays break. We're actually taking most of the company is taking 2 weeks off next and the week after on the new year. And also hope that you guys have good plans and enjoy the time. If you have any other questions, any other topics to bring up.
No, from my side, no. In that case, I should solve my problems, and we will see if up to New Year I release my application.
Oh, yeah, it's a good time. New year, new application.
New year, new application, yes.
Yeah, for me, nothing as well. I just hope in the new year I'll get into this a bit more, and I can have more interesting questions for you. For now, it's still basic.
No, it's good questions, and thank you for sharing the ideas. We'll be taking a couple weeks off with the coffee break, and also skipping the first week of January, but back on January 13th. And I hope to see you all here. I will try to do a reminder next year. So a couple of days before the next coffee break on January 13th, I'll send a reminder to everyone so we don't miss it.
Will you be using this same meeting link?
Same link,
yeah.
same address, everything will be the same. I'll just update and send you guys a reminder, and wishing you well, if you have time to come back next year, it'll be nice to have you back here.
Yeah, thank you.
Yes, we will see next year. With a
Yes.
new project.
Yes, cool.
Excellent. Okay, Augusto. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you. All right.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you. Have a good time back home.
Yes, thanks. You too. Enjoy the holidays.
You too.
Okay,
Bye.
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 Have a nice trip.